To the Chairperson, Secretary and Treasurer of Westport Towns, Committee members and friends of Westport. I'd like to thank Lily for inviting me here today in the Tidy Towns Committee. I think it's a great honour to speak in front of what I would consider one of the most successful committee members ever, or committees ever. And when you look at the screen and see the success they've had for the last 14 years, winning the top prize over 14 years, I think it's some achievement, and I think you go long and far to see a committee like that. So listen, here, and congrats to all they have done over many years. No. So I've been asked here to speak mainly about household waste collection, where it has been, where it's going, and where it's about to go. At the moment, there's new waste management regulations being designed, or whatever is hopefully to be agreed in the next couple of months. But basically what they'll be saying that from July 1st, 2016, all households will be charged on a pay-by-weight basis. Now, they'll be charged on a pay-by-weight basis on all bins. And by all bins, what I mean is the third bin is about to be added. Now, at the moment, it's been added on a scale of population in the different towns. In our case, our colours are blue, green and brown. But the third bin is obviously the food bin. Now, I know Sharon is going to talk about the food and whatever, so I'm not going to interfere in that. But basically, when over many there has been schemes done, a household in general creates 1 tonne to 1.2 tonnes of waste per annum. Now, for most people, say when you're on the common system, which at the moment in our case the blue and green bin, approximately 70% of the waste will go to landfill. And that's, when I say 70%, it's 70% of the weight, and 30% will go to recycling. When the brown bin is introduced, that's going to change a lot of that, in that you're going to see, and this is what you should see, might I add, that the waste to landfill would reduce to under 30%. Now, how do I make that up and how do I break it down? Funny enough, I did a little summary on our own, because we have systems there at the moment where every bin is chipped. When you set up an account with us, you get a number. There's a label put in your bin with a barcode. We deliver the bins, we scan the bins into your account. Every time there's electronic devices and equipment on the trucks, every time that bin is lifted, it identifies the chip in the bin, so it knows it's Ollie White's bin, Chrissy Hyland's bin, or whoever it is. Weighs it on the way up, weighs it on the way down, and the net weight is logged in the computer. And it transmits from the lorry to the office by the mobile telephone system. So therefore all the records are in your account behind the screen of the waste you've created. And it will show the records of the waste, recycling and organic. Now, approximately 40% of our wheelie bin customers at the moment are on the pay-by-weight. And in general, the people that are on pay-by-weight are people who take waste seriously. And they are very, very conscious about the waste to reduce, and they want to decrease the amount of waste going to landfill. And in a summary I did today before I came here, in general, of the big 30% of their waste going to landfill, about 33% in recycling, and almost 40% in the brown bin. Now the brown bin, you might say, Jesus, that's an awful lot of food. But the fact is, the food is one of the items that weighs heavy in your bin. There's only a couple of items that really weigh in your bin. Ordinary, say, biscuit wrappings or whatever, are very light. The other two things that really weigh in your bin are nappies and ashes. But apart from that, the food waste is a large weight part of your bin. So when the brown bin comes in, it is going to reduce the amount of waste going to landfill, if done properly, by at least 30 to 35%. And the reason the department wants to bring in the pay-by-weight is that's going to induce it, it's going to push it. Because part of that scheme will be, we have to intensify recycling, which would be the green bin and the brown bin. and you would make the waste to landfill dearer. So the incentive will be there for people to reduce the amount of waste going to landfill. Now, there is a lot of technology obviously involved in there, and a person might say, well, what if I try and con the system and I put a bag of rubbish in the bottom of the green bin? And listen, people from time to time will do that, but to be quite honest, that will be caught quite quickly and be cut out. But the figures are there that the amount of waste to landfill can be cut by 30%, and that's massive when you go over all the thousands of households throughout the country. So again, for us, it obviously means more collections, more bins. Everybody will have 3 bins rather than 2 bins. Our own plans will be that we collect waste in 1 week and we'll be recycling a brown bin on the other week. Now you might ask, how are we going to collect 2 bins together? There'll be then 2 compartments in the truck. So there'll be no such thing that we're trying to con the system or anything, we're not. There'll be 2 compartments, one for recycling, one for brown. Now for me that obviously means an investment in extra trucks and new styles and whatever. But that's what has to be done, that's the way it's going, and we will have no choice. So I suppose there isn't a lot else I suppose I want to say, but I hope I've given a little bit of insight into what's going to happen. But the technology is there, and we have a lot of it actually all set up already. And the people on pay by weight in my own system are sending at least 30% less waste to landfill. And I think that's a significant figure. Thank you very much.